Hi guys, how's it going? Eagle1SW here again, just showcasing the Superpowers Datapack. This video is just going to be showcasing versions 2.03 and 2.04. Just thought I'd do it in the same video as, there's not heaps of content altogether. So, here we go. So to start off with, the first new power that I have added is air. This is the version 2.03 where that got added. So for this one, when you right click with power activate, it launches out an air block. This can be used to push enemies, knock them back, and say for example here, just like a freeze item, freeze mob, it will blast them back and does the damage to them as well. Can also be multiplied like that if you want to. And next ability is when you sneak and right click power activate, you'll go flying. Also one thing I will note is that when you sneak, anyway, you'll slow fall. So just to show that off, slow falling. So if you sneak, right click power activate, you will fly, and it does do a temporary slow falling effect for about 4 seconds after using it, so you can use it to and blast from above. Say for example, it's very useful. And the next ability for this is when you right click with power toggle, put down a tornado which will suck up and damage mobs, and you right click activate. While sneaking, it will get rid of the tornado. This uses the ID system, so it's unique to you, and you can only put down one at a time. It does do quite high damage too, so I can put down a lot of mobs and suck them all up. So that's that power. Overall it's a pretty basic one, but otherwise pretty good. Okay, so the next power I have to showcase is Earth. This one was added in version 2.03, and so how this works is when you right click with power activate, you pick up a block, which and when you right click again, you will launch, which does damage to mobs. I'll say for example, I'll pick up this. It does work on earth type only blocks, so things like sand you'll have no issue grabbing. Things like this block you'll be able to grab and launch over there. Stone, gravel, all that kind of thing. If I want to try picking up just say ice for example, not going to happen. Stuff like sand though, problem. And so next part of this I want to show off is that can be used to damage mobs. So say for example, got one here, hit him, pick up another, hit him. It does very reasonable damage, about 10 to each mob, so I can just launch it at a couple of them, do great damage, and whoever gets hit will take a ton. So next power, when I sneak and right click, where I'm looking, you'll see a pillar launch up, which any enemy standing on that will take considerable damage. So, and get launched into the air. Showing you here. Mob got hit, mob got launched, mob takes massive fall damage. So, the same at his feet, another one. Very powerful. You can do it on the ground at your own feet, but you won't get launched. That is because, it is quite powerful with damage-wise, and I didn't want you to accidentally do it yourself. But by sneaking and jumping, you'll launch yourself, and with which you won't get full damage. So the next part of this power is when you use power toggle and right-click. Just normally, this one is directional. Actually, I should start again. When you right click the power toggle, depending on the direction you are facing, blocks will be built around you. And you do usually have to be standing on earth type blocks normally, so if I right click while looking in front, a wall will pop up. Stone or whatever's in front of you typically, so cobblestone, I'll get stuff like that. I can't remember the name of this block, but that will pop up around, and you can use that to build the fences around yourself, which is handy until you get stuck. The next one is when you look on the ground and right click, you'll pillar up. So say for example, doing this, you'll get that. And as you can see, I'm quite high now. Let's launch myself over there. Now, as you can see, if I try to use it on ice, nothing, because that's not an earth type block. Same as before, I can't pick up these and launch them. And the next one is when I look up and right click. I probably shouldn't do it with sand because it will place sand above, but I will also get, it on top, which can be used typically for a roof. It's not going to do much with sand because it's sand, but say I use dirt, it creates a roof of safety. So what this can be used is to, of course, just build yourself a little protective prison and keep you inside. So what's the next part of this power? Sneak, right click, power 2, it breaks blocks where you're looking. So it will do it in a 3x3 way. If I right click and look over there, breaks all that dirt. This is particularly good for mining as well as getting yourself out of anything. And also that can be quite powerful to launch things sometimes, so take care with it. And otherwise that's the power. It's quite strong and got pretty good defensive capabilities and exceptional mining capabilities, but as you can see, I can't break any tree blocks, anything like that. It's just the standard things which would be considered earth or sand or dirt. So Okay, so the next power to showcase I have in 2.04 is copy. As you can see, this is the first of the golden powers added in the whole book, which I mentioned in the original video. So what this one is, well, because it was the special power number 50 added to the pack, these don't serve a purpose in normal function. So to actually even begin using this power, you need to shift jump, and as you see, you'll get the little menu, which you can see you've got the copy powers, stop using power, absorb new power 1, absorb power 2, and use the powers. So to even copy a power, you'll have to select absorb new power. So I've chose to absorb new power 1. So as you can see, I've got villagers here. You'll get a little thing when you punch them, so you have to hit enter. It will say power absorbed. So what we'll find now is that if I click on use power 1, I'll now have the fire power and be able to use that. So what you can do is essentially steal every power. And as you can see, it works just the same for me as it does everyone else. And so typically it has to be players, but if you give mobs the power, they will, you can steal it from them too. And just to show you, if I hit absorb new power 1, I can still use fire in the meantime, but as soon as I hit another mob, I'll be using another power. So what this mob is ice, so I'll just have to use that. Click that just to trigger it. Now this will be the new power that's activated, and now I've got the ice power. So you have to absorb it and then choose it. Once you choose it, you won't be able to go back to the original, unless you have it saved in number 2. So say for example I want to run around with 2 different powers. I've got 1 active at the moment. Actually I could swap to 2, but because I've got nothing in 2, I can't use it. I'm going to absorb new power 2, punch him, and so you'll see now that if I select power 1, I have ice activated, which is a pretty good combo, and if I, sneak jump, select power 2, sorry, I clicked absorb new power 2. If I use power 2, I've gone back to fire. So use power 2, got fire. Use power 1, got ice, which works out great. So if I stop using power, select that, I won't use any of them, which is, yeah, also handy if you don't want to use either either, because as you know, some powers can be pretty hard to use or create a lot of, yeah, game breaking features. I probably should right there. There we go, luckily I had that toggled. Alright, so just to show you that I can use it for lots of things, I'm just going to absorb lightning now into slot 1, punch him, and because he's got the lightning power, I'm going to use power 1. Oh, did I absorb it to it? No. Yeah, doesn't matter what it is. Got a new power, I'll hit mob with that power, so I'll just absorb new power 2. I want fire in power slot number 2. Oh, ice, because, god, he's free actually, that's not good. And I'll start using 2, and as of now, I'll have the ice power, which, yeah, overall, pretty damn strong ability. Probably the most broken one. I might change this in future updates to just be 1, but now I like it how it is. So, yeah, enjoy. Okay, so the next power to showcase out of 2.04 is Infestation. So what this one is, to put it simply, is you summon massive hordes of silverfish, or rats as I want to call it, plague originally, to attack and damage mobs, and they do quite a lot. You can overwhelm a lot of enemies with them. So, simply put, this one uses the UUID system like a lot of other powers, so all your summons will be yours and yours alone. And one thing I might showcase to begin with is when you use any of your powers, any nearby silverfish that aren't yours, they'll become friendly to you, but they won't become your summons. So say for example, I summon a silverfish, it will start attacking me. No, actually, I'll just get closer and let him do it. And yeah, I right click, summon silverfish. If I shift and right click with power activate, yeah, it'll kill them, which, yeah. So, let me just show you the power right now. Yeah, right click normally, you summon silverfish locally, right in front of you. Snake jump, you have the option to choose between local and ranged. Local being right in front, range being at a distance where it'll fire them out and you can overwhelm enemies. So these enemies will attack anyone who hits you too, so let's summon a half. And all the nearby summons of mine will go out of the way to damage him. And I will just summon a bunch more, hopefully it doesn't get too noisy, and I'll show you the next part of the power. Actually, I can do it right here because there's a sheep. If I right click the power toggle, the silverfish will attack the closest mob. So I'll just demonstrate now by spawning a bunch of them, put down a hasket and let them get destroyed. I'm just going to swap over the local summons. So yeah, the Ravage ability, they will get absolutely ravaged. And it doesn't matter what kind of mob it is, if it's not a silverfish, they will get attacked. So yeah, right click and they'll just all go for them. And yeah, I have killed things quite easily. Oh yeah, he's got innate abilities. Oh shit, I can kill him with innate ability, that's impressive. I mean, I guess it was super regeneration, not proper innate ability, but oh well. So next part of this power I'm going to showcase is the ability for the silverfish to mine. Yeah, I know of a new silverfish mine, and I thought I would make it part of the power. So how this works is, I might kill my old silverfish. So yeah, sneak right click, power activate, it will do that. I summon a bunch of silverfish, sneak right click, power toggle, they will go into their mining spec, which they'll start going like crazy. Mining stuff. As you can see, like set them all for that. They will start getting through things very quickly. I might swim away just so they don't tear through everything. Yeah, this can be quite laggy if you don't have a good PC. As you can see, they tear through blocks like it's nothing. So you can use this to absolutely storm enemy areas, or just, yeah, absolutely screw with people. It's quite good. So yeah, overall, pretty decent tower. And yeah, it's got great defense and pretty good offense with not a lot of, yeah, other capability. Okay, so now just to show off a little other showcases which were changed in the version 2.03 and 2.04. So these are just various improvements or just changes in the powers. The first one being in the lightning power, which I'm using currently. I have made it so that there's a red light power, which I will demonstrate now. When you go flying with lightning. So it doesn't look like much at the moment, but actually, yeah, watch out for fall damage with this one. But when there's heaps of enemies nearby, when you use this power, mind you, it is a bit laggy because I have work on it. When you fly past any mobs, they will get struck by lightning too. So I'll put them down, start flying. As you can see, struck by lightning. I fly back past. And you can dismount mid-flight and yeah, hop on another one. So just say I want to go a different way. Whoop. Decide I want to go back that way. Okay, so the next change is going to be in the miner power, which now I've added, now it's an opposite, when you change your mining type, it, as you know before, it's been ranged. Well, I did up the range on it, so you can mine a lot more things at a distance now. And 3x3 isn't in front anymore, it's completely ranged too. So yeah, you can mine heaps of things very quick. The range is a little bit further on the single, but yeah, 3x3 is now a hell of a lot more effective at range. Okay, so the next change that was made or added is now the decay power. When you attack mobs, it will give them a new custom damage effect rather than the original Wither one, which, you know, entities like the Wither and Wither skeletons and things are immune to. This now will give them an extremely high damage effect. And same when you right click with power activate, you can see that little trail. It takes a second to, yeah, come in, but it does much higher damage. So if I summon an iron golem, for example, or maybe I'll summon two just to demonstrate. Oh yeah, it does a decent range around you as well. So yeah, these guys get quite damage, where if I am to punch him, nowhere near as much, but still quite hefty amounts. Yeah, it's very effective. Overall, yeah, good addition. Okay, so the next one is the soul tether power. So in the original versions, as you know, once you tethered to a mob, you would have the ability to do damage transfer, which meant that when you take damage, your soul tether would take it too. So it's not going to take any damage whatsoever. I'll do over here, for example, if he got hit, he takes it. But now what's implemented in it is, just going to kill him for the hell of it so they don't both die. Yeah, the mob that attacked you will be attacked by your soul tether now. So say for example, I'm linked to him, he hits me, he's going to come over and start fighting this mob for me. Which, yeah, damage transfer will attack him. And the next part about this power, I'm going to link to him, is that, as you can see, if I use the menu, attack closest mob, that's also been added. So, in that, he'll go over and start attacking it. And it's not the closest mob to him, it's the closest mob to you. Yeah. Okay, so the next part to demonstrate, and I've also added as a feature, is in Summoner. So, as you know with this one, you choose what you want to summon. So, I'm just going to say summon a blaze and a wither skeleton here. Set them to the different summons. So, all of your summons will attack mobs that hit you. So, say for example, they will go for him. Just like the power and the other one. Now it's in all your summon type abilities. And otherwise, the last and final part of the major changes is in freeze vision. So I know beforehand it was a bit annoying to get around with. I have changed it now so that when you just use power activate, you swap between all the different ones. So just say for example, freeze vision, right click, freeze vision sneak, swap to that one, freeze radius, and freeze radius sneak activated, and just keep swapping around. Or you can use power toggle, and you can swap between, yeah, I should probably put that in there so it's easier to read. Freeze vision regular sneak and freeze radius regular sneak, which will just put you right now. And yeah, make it easier. So, because I know this one was a bit of a pain to get around with quickly, and I thought I'd just make it a hell of a lot easier in general. Otherwise, most of the other changes I can just roll over here in just the little log I've got. So yeah, added earth and air power, upgraded miner, right lightning power is good. Yeah, the power infestation was added, copy was added, mob attacks were added to summoner. Yeah, fixed the powers in infestation to make it completely UID based and added it. Fixed the local burst range in poison fog. It was just a minor little colouring change which I did, nothing super. I fixed the local, added custom attack to the decay, which I showed off. Sunlight Warrior targeting was unusual, but it has been patched to make it a lot more seamless like the other powers. Optimized all these ones to work with the copy power without issue, so every power in the game works with copy, and yeah, just flawlessly. So it's quite OP. Yeah, I fixed a major bug that was in one of the powers, which when in multiplayer it would possibly affect other powers, so not good, but yeah, that's been completely removed. Bug fixes have been added in Ocean Crawler, because yeah, that had a minor bug there. Added damage to Destructive Wave. Soul Tether, yeah, attacks other mobs now, as you know. Poison Fog's optimized. Trap is optimized too to work with. Yeah, copy, and there is just a little thing which I might showcase in a second. And just because I want to showcase it, it's not being set in stone yet, but yeah, these might just be little sneak peeks for version 2.05. I haven't got any names set, but let's just showcase one power. Well, guess what this power could be? Here's another sneak peek of something else. And Lots of bugs dying out here, but lots of new and interesting features. And just one sneak peek on one of the fan favourites.